So my good friend Amelia Cook did an interview with Cecilia Dianastias. I don't know, some Italian last name. So the interview, of course, Amelia Cook comes off as like a clueless, like intellectual who doesn't even bother answering the questions and just says stupid things that no one will understand. Um, But she doesn't know they're stupid because she's in her own little echo chamber and no one ever tells her, yo, you didn't even answer the question. So I don't know. Let's take a look at some of this, like, Amelia Cook's garbage as the answers. Alright, so Amelia Cook launched a website, Anime Feminist. I'm sure everyone wants to check that out. Uh, I've seen anime characters objectified and infantilized, whatever. What anime do you think portrays women well? Planets. Whatever. Alright, he talks about fan service, as it's been known to be called. First of all, fan service is such a stupid word. Like, when you think of fan service, you think of, like, the Star Wars movies and, like, showing the Death Star blow up, like, a billion times. The way that anime fans use fan service to just mean, like, titillating scenes and stuff like that, it's stupid. Stop doing it, anime fans. You just sound like a non-intellectual. Fan service, fan service, fan service. Always saying fan service. Oh my god. Stop it. Alright, so we get into where she starts to sound stupid, so let's try to read quickly. So I've watched a show. There's a great show called Chaika, the Coffin Princess, and the first season, I don't know, it's kind of boring. Nothing happens. With the second season, they just started putting like random, like shots of girls' asses in the show, and it directly increased my enjoyment in the show. So I kind of understand why directors do this. Like there was just like one scene, and no other point in the show was it at all relevant that like did they need to get books for anything or they're in a library. So for one scene, like this minor character is in a library and she's getting on a ladder getting books and it's just like a upskirt shot of her ass. And honestly, it increased the value of the show in my opinion. So I'm all for like random this let's see this girl's ass shots in anime. I'm all for that. Alright, so exactly. It's DN Anastasia? Sio? She has a good question here. Is the fan service is the titillating scenes just a little pepper sprinkled on top of the anime? Why can't you enjoy the anime if it's not, with the titillating scenes? What's the big deal, Amelia? What's the big deal, hon? All right, so then she answers the question about what's the big deal with going on a rant about Keijo. The girl is just fucked up. I shouldn't say that. The girl, I don't. What is wrong with her? This doesn't answer her question at all. This is her question. Really, that just seems to be fan service. What's the issue? It's like, here's the meat of the anime with a little pepper sprinkle on top. It's not the whole thing. In fairness, that's not really a question. But Amelia responds to it with, if you want something that's all fan service, seek out something like butt fighting sports anime Keijo. The idea is kind of adds value. It's fan service. It's not something the plot, not the characterizations, but the hypothetical male boner. This is targeting straight men who specifically will be turned on by this. They will see it as a reason to continue watching the anime. This has nothing to do with what Dia and Stino said. Answer the question! Alright, so what else do you say? Alright, her next question. What's wrong with catering to a so-called hypothetical male boner? That's an audience. I want you to tell the goals of anime feminists. when there's a big market for anime that objectifies women. Our website isn't for taking anything away from anime at all. Fan service is threaded in all kinds of anime. One example I'd give is Flip Flappers. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful fairy tale anime about two young girls. It seems to be headed down a queer route. Women will find that really appealing. But then you have a scene where Root picks these girls up and starts grabbing at them with mechanical tentacles, like extremities, grabbing all her skirts to get her thighs. She's screaming no and looks tearful. That seems gratuitous to me. But that would count as fan service to someone else. It isn't expanded on the story in a way that would justify that in my mind. But some people enjoy that, and I think it's funny. Alright, so what question did she ask? What's wrong with catering to the hypothetical male boner? She doesn't answer the question at all! She doesn't answer the question at all! Doesn't even try. She just goes on this rant about fucking flip flappers. Answer the question! That's all we want you to do is answer the question! So would you have them get rid of that scene? What are you asking for? It's not censorship, because we're not asking animators in Japan to stop making anything. We're not asking people to be banned anything. We're not asking any rules to be in place. What we like to see is more anime being created to give more options to people. You watch Flip Flappers and think it's going to be sweet, and it's that story in the middle, yet you get a scene that's quite uncomfortable to watch. With Scorching Ping Pong Girls, you think it will be about young women playing ping pong, but then you have moments that objectify these teenage girls. You don't need all anime to have scenes like that in it. Most doesn't need to have these scenes to get its audience. Alright, so she kind of attempts to answer a question here. So, I guess we should examine what the hell she's saying here. See, I haven't seen Flip Flappers. I think the problem I have is a lot of people, they complain about, like, if a girl has big boobs, that's the complaint. That's like, we can't, that's a no-go. Like, people will complain if a character has big boobs. If there's, like, tentacle rape in a show, that's a little weird. I wouldn't really want to watch that show. So, is Japan more willing to cross that line than a Western show? Probably. But how is Cook not asking for censorship? I think she doesn't know what the word censorship means. If having a rating movies PG, PG-13, and R, that is censorship. It's probably a necessary censorship, but it doesn't mean it's not censorship. So I think Cook just doesn't know what the word censorship means. So, I don't know. I mean, this answer is like probably her best attempt to answer the question. But I think too many times she just doesn't really get it. Like, a lot of anime are like, what did they say up here to use their language? That's good. Like, are tempted at 40, 15-year-olds, as I would say, but as they say, the hypothetical male boner, because they're fucking crazy. But like, a lot of anime are aimed at horny 15-year-olds. So why can't they be? Like, capitalism, y'all. Capitalism, freedom. America, man, freedom. But they don't really have an answer. They just want to... And they don't even have the guts to say that they're for censorship. They're gutless. Amelia Cook, like, it's not... Like, it's a problem enough that she's crazy fascist. But the fact that she doesn't even have the balls, the testicle fortitude to stand by her beliefs and say the tentacle... molestation shouldn't be an anime. I'm not for, that she has to say things like I'm not for censorship. It's because she has no, you get my point. D. Anastasio just asked like a basic question about What stood out to you this season? Was there anything particularly bad or good in your view? And she goes on this like rant about how there's a character called Booby Booby in a show, and that's so offensive. So Amelia Cook. And the thing is, the worst part about Amelia Cook is what she's saying isn't crazy in her echo chamber. There's a lot of people that believes this stuff that are just stupid. There's a lot of people like her. And the thing about what I'm doing that's so admirable is that I'm pointing out to the public that these people are crazy. Dia and Stito asked this question twice, and like the third time she asked it, maybe she kind of answers it, but it's a stupid answer, and it's not like she doesn't. She has all these, I'm not saying censorship things about it. Fuck off. Her final article in the Mary Sue was about masculinity. There was nothing in the final article of the Mary Sue at all about masculinity. She's crazy. If she really thinks she wrote an article about masculinity, oh my God, Amelia, what is wrong with you? Why are you so dumb? You didn't write an article about masculinity. Yeah, because a lot of people are nuts. See, here's the thing. She's actually right. A lot of people like play by her rules. Like even my boy Jekyll, who made some good response in this piece. He believes in feminism too. Like he thinks that, people should only make tasteful anime nudes. Characters should only have tasteful, titillating scenes. And just to go down the road of what's tasteful and what's not tasteful, I mean, you're an idiot if you believe that. If you want to go down the road of what's tasteful and what's not tasteful, you're just stupid. I have no offense, Jekyll. Oh my God. He doesn't even answer this question that well. What does it matter if women are portrayed badly in anime? They're fictitious women. What are your thoughts on this? There are many, many women that are queer, non-binary people of color who can tell quite clearly why it matters for them personally, and I think everyone should listen to their stories. Oh my God. That's not what she asked. She asked, why does it matter? Well, there's a lot of minorities, you see. What a fucking idiot this girl is. Holy shit. Why does it matter? Star Trek? I mean, he starts talking about Star Trek. I mean, I've been known to make some bad analogies, but I mean, you got all freaking anime to talk to, and you talk about, and your example is from Star Trek, Carol Marcus. Who the hell knows who Carol Marcus is? I know Star Trek fans know, but come on now. Oh my God. What a no talent. What a no talent Amelia Cook is. Alright, that's it. I gotta finish my freaking Ray Zero review.